is ooh. I'm sorry. I'm also shopping for nightstands.
Well, how about we focus on one thing? If I can't snap, you can't shop.
Listen, I've been sitting here for 30 minutes. I got bored.
I told
There
you
was nobody here.
I told you I'd be late. I told you I'd be late.
And I was watching Naked and Afraid, so I was preoccupied.
At least I had the respect.
Wrong.
I had the respect to text to tell you I would be late.
Oh, I told Jordan if I'm running late, it's because you know I was gonna eat.
So it's on you, really, if anything.
Me or her?
Not you.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking her voice.
You know what? Steph, I
also
respect
point the
that you
mic
wanted
towards
to
your
eat.
face.
No, Jordan, shut up. I'm talking.
No, that was important.
that was important, and he's right. No, I thought he was going to say something mean, so I was preemptively like, no. Just shut the fuck up. Steph, I respect that you wanted to eat your wings. I do, and I would think that you are definitely worth it. What I don't respect is you being all nonchalant about it. Like what?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty simple.
That's how
I was gonna eat my wings, and if I'm late, I'm late.
That's where I think the disrespect is, because you're just like, oh, I made you all wait. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I left work at 5:30. I got my wings. By the time I got home, it was like 6:20, and I was like, I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna rush.
I've been with you at food. It don't take you that long to eat.
But like, I always feel like I'm being rushed.
All right, fair.
So
Again,
I eat everything.
She wanted to take her time. Just
respect.
Yeah.
But you also need to not
enjoy your hot honey wings.
You know what it is? You became a little bit of a Cheryl today, and it's not Steph, and that's what disrespecting.
I ate one fry, and I was like, yum. I took another fry, and I was like, yum.
And that's why that decanter back there is full again.
Ooh.
Because that's what it takes
because
to deal with Steph. To deal with Steph at a level of Jordan. Like, we are all BFFs here together.
Yeah.
But them two are like BFFs. As Leland and I are kind of BFFs.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. This is a podcast of two best friends talking to two other best friends.
Who are also
Which
friendly
makes
with
us
two
all
other
best friends.
We are. I'm going to save this for later.
We really should start the show.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, hello.
All right, we'll go live in 3.
Welcome to Comic Issues, your favorite geeky podcast full of rants, ramblings, and ravings.
That's trademark. You can't say that.
I made that shit up. I own it.
Nah, you left,
welcome to Movie Issues.
I left and lost rights to all content that I made.
You were like Jeff Johns leaving DC. You lit that fucking bottle and were like, fuck you people.
It's like the same.
Oh, what was
One's actually teal.
welcome to PCP, the Pixel Clicks podcast. God, what was my intro for that?
I didn't know. I got through the first 2 lines of the Comic Issues one, and yeah, I could tell it wasn't there immediately when I got that far.
So, did you still want to talk about old podcasts?
I remember it. Welcome to PCP, the Pixel Clicks podcast. I am Jordan Pollock, and this week's shirt is brought to you by Low Key Geeks, who we are not sponsored by. Podcast listeners, remember to follow us on our social media at Pixel Clicks Pod. That's Pixel Clicks Pod because we could not fit the cast.
Fit the S.
But as always, I am not alone.
Yeah, I remember that.
The director and improv comedian Sergio Lopez is here. The ambassador for the PC Master Race, Cody Franklin, is here. And the Australian Thunder, Shane Carpenter, is here.
Yeah, I remember this.
Wait, is Shane from Australia?
He's Australian, yeah. He's Australian and British.
I've never met these people, so I didn't know that. Has he got an accent?
Yeah, I guess you have it.
Shane does have an accent.
He does.
There's some words that come out.
It's very light.
And I'll be like, oh.
It's like my Jersey accent.
Oh.
Doesn't he say like about?
No, that's Canadian.
Look, the Australian accent is sexy. The New Jersey accent is You say water weird, you know? Like
That's Philadelphia.
Everybody that I know from Jersey does it like that because they're from the Philly side of Jersey.
Put extra R's in water.
Bitch, I spent extensive time in the Philadelphia, Jersey area. Y'all say water wrong.
Big fan of the Eagles this one.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're. It's New Jersey.
Cream
it's
cheese.
Across the river. All those people. You know these people.
I know these people, but they are different, despite the 50-mile distance between the two.
I'm just saying.
They're different people.
I just think both sound a special way.
Anyway, Val, we were talking about the fact that Jordan, Steph, and I all have the same haircut but different styles right before we went live. And Steph was asking how long my hair was. So I'm like, oh, fuck that. I'm going to leave that little swoosh up there up front. Look at it.
My hair grew this much so far.
I have the longest hair here.
Yeah. It's grown. I like it.
So Anthony looks like the Misfits guy.
Brandon Flowers. Oh.
And then I
Any
look
of the
like
Misfits?
And I look like fucking
just tuck that back.
The flock of seagulls.
I look like that one guy that's on TikTok that does comic book stuff.
Oh, that guy.
Look how that looks, though.
Let's see what you're doing
I
there.
like a little. It frames the face.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's why most people have their hair like that.
I think you look like a cast member from Hackers.
Perfect. That's what I'm going for. That's
Jordan.
I'm in.
Is Jordan Nikon?
I don't know the name.
I've never seen that movie. Is
he was
black?
the black hacker. Yes.
Okay.
He was the black hacker.
I mean, it wouldn't be racist otherwise.
No, you know what? I thought Jordan was the sexy one, so therefore he was Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I was like, Angelina Jolie's in that, right?
No. Let's not skip over the fact that he said that he was the black hacker. The blacker.
Fucked him up good.
I'm just happy I didn't. I'm just gonna sit back.
No. Let me just walk through that process. I didn't realize I was about to say blacker. I just knew I was gonna mix black and hacker.
Oh my god!
I got there.
We can be famous, y'all.
No, we can't.
Oh, finally. Oh no.
By the pitiful
snifter.
Ew, ew.
Snifter. Yeah, I don't like that.
A little snifter of brandy. What? What's wrong with a snifter?
I don't know. If somebody called me a snifter, I'd be like,
can we just stop saying the word sniff in general?
Yes.
When
is that your moist?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get bothered by moist.
When it said pit, I thought armpit. That's why I was.
Ew.
It's the sniff for me that I saw.
Yeah.
In that name.
Beck.
Good old Beck. All right, so snifter is a word that you don't like.
No, sniff. Sniff is the word I don't like.
All right, yeah, sniff. Sniff is a word that is ick to you.
Yeah, because whenever you say sniff, I think it's just like the implications of it, you know? Like there's like a difference between smelling a fart and sniffing a fart, you know?
Sure.
He's right.
Because sniffing the fart kind of implies that you enjoy it. And I don't understand why that is.
All right. You know what? Since we're on this subject, I'll honestly admit I don't like the word fart.
What?
Yeah.
Do you prefer toot?
I don't prefer to discuss it. It's just a thing that happens, and we should all just ignore it and move on.
It's
That's
a
how I am in
regular
person.
bodily function.
Yeah, I just don't want to talk about it or hear about it.
Yeah, Steph just farts and just keeps going. She doesn't bring it.
Yeah, I don't acknowledge it. If you acknowledge it, I wish we didn't, and we could just move on.
Yeah, exactly.
But I always get called out, and it always fucking happens like that. Why don't you just hear the toot and just accept that that's where we're at, and we don't ever discuss it?
Well, why don't we come up with a new word for a poof? How about I poofed the other day?
No,
we just don't talk about it. It's just like, all right.
I'm on Leland's boat.
Yeah.
But you guys don't want to talk about barking spiders?
My grandmother called it that, and every time she said it, I just wanted to hit her.
That's my dad. That's my dad's. One of his favorite was barking
I've heard
spider.
that phrase.
And and I remember distinctly, like, so many times watching TV with him, and he'd be like, "Oh, you hear that barking spider?" Or, "Oh, low flying duck."
That's such a dad joke.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Who let that duck in
All
here?
right, well, all right. Yeah. Steph, is
All
there a word you don't like?
Fart.
Hmm.
Well, no, she doesn't like acknowledging.
Oh,
No,
okay,
but
okay.
Yeah.
you said you didn't like the word sniff. I said I didn't like the word
I'm
fart.
trying to
I
think
thought
what-
Steph was
I
jumping
know
on
there's
your
one.
wagon.
I know it exists. I know there's a word that I don't like. I just can't think of it right now.
Anthony, any
Blarfengar.
any random word that you don't prefer to hear from people?
I mean, not really, not in any kind of like same context as like what you guys, or not context, but like that is like a regular word.
Mm.
I'm gonna look up a list.
A list of ick words, or
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's definitely out there.
oh, definitely.
Like
yeah.
words people hate, I guess.
Yes.
Or like
Well, okay.
words.
What's a word you guys just like that you like to say that you just try to sneak in every now and then, just like because you really like it?
Indigenous.
Please use it in a sentence. Indigenous, your favorite word to use.
It's not my favorite word. My favorite word is bitch, but I use that all day. Damn,
That's
pussy.
just water.
That's just
That's just water to Leland.
Beck's good. Twat's a good one. My mom used to use that one, and that was the one me and my mom liked a lot.
Oh. I don't like when people say smear for food.
Oh, like
Smear?
like when you
When they-
smear.
Like
the
example,
We
like
cream
smear the
cheese.
peanut butter on
like,
the bread.
You go to Einstein Bagels and they're like, "What kind of
As a
smear
noun.
would you like?"
Yeah.
And I'm
As a
just
noun,
like,
you
"Why
don't
can't
like
you
it.
just say flavor of cream cheese? Why do you have to say schmear?"
Because
Well,
it's
I
not
don't like
technically cream cheese.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a schmear.
It's schmear. It's not a. That's what
I
it's.
don't like schmear.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's not technically cream cheese the same way like your beloved Philadelphia makes cream cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, to answer your question, I like to throw you like, oh, that animal isn't indigenous to that region.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like
found.
I like the word audacity.
I like to say.
I mean, the
audacity.
thing that we're currently using that crashed earlier?
Yeah, and
Okay.
parts of my brain spark up whenever I hear the word. I just really like the word audacity. Like this bitch had the audacity to say that to me. You know, like it's fun to say.
Yeah.
What word did you just write in the chat?
Substantial.
A substantial.
It's a good word.
This is substantial.
Could you not
No.
read it?
No.
Def-
Corm said substantial. Jet
Yeah.
said
Oh,
a word
Schmeagle?
I don't know.
Schmeagle?
Is that
Schmeagle.
Schmeagle?
Oh, you mean
it
like from
Schmeagle?
Lord of the Rings?
Yes, Schmeagle.
Oh, okay.
Schmeagle.
Just checking. I thought maybe it was a new different. I don't know.
Oh, right, because Leland hates Tolkien. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Big Tolkien
Who's
hater.
Tolkien?
We're kidding, Leland. That's me. I've never watched the Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
he
have
didn't.
you never?
I've never.
Yeah.
I went through this like
We've
last week.
established this. He hasn't watched Lord of the
remember.
Rings.
Also,
don't
like
watch Star
Shane and Cody
Wars.
got really mad at me when I said that.
I don't remember that coming up last week.
It wasn't last
Maybe
week.
it wasn't next last week. It was like within the last 3 weeks or so.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that coming up at all.
There is one word I really don't like hearing, but it is very inappropriate for the podcast, so I will not say it here.
Oh,
It's
poor
the word
Vicky.
only.
What?
What?
Nothing. Go on.
It's not the N word, Jordan.
I didn't say the N word.
I was gonna say it's the word only Jordan can say, but Jordan pretty much got to the same joke before. I
Right,
did.
but that's not it. It's like
Nincompoop.
Leland.
it's like a cheese buildup on
Bird?
humans.
Oh, smegma.
Oh, come on, don't say
Oh.
it.
Oh.
Don't say it. Like don't say it.
Like that you use the word cheese
Yeah.
buildup.
Yeah, well,
That bothers me the most. I don't
Yeah,
ever
I don't
want
like that.
to hear
I don't
that.
like
Set
the
of words.
description.
well, I was trying to
I don't like that combination of words.
Yeah, well, I don't like
Yeah,
it either
I
because I
love
like
cheese.
cheese and I like
And
building
that makes
things.
me hate cheese. For
You
a
like building
second.
things with cheese?
Yes, 100%.
Did you make a Colosseum, but instead of sugar cubes, you use cheese cubes?
No, but that would be amazing for the
That'd
next
be
party.
smart.
That's a lot of cheese.
That'd be a fun party.
I saw what you and Shane ate at last party. It'll all be gone.
You didn't finish it. You didn't finish all of the blue cheese olives, so.
Oh no, those get savored, son.
I want to eat one.
You don't eat those at the party. When we were done, we put those back in the jar, and I ate those throughout the next 3 weeks.
That's a special snack for Leland.
Next time I visit, so I can have some too.
I would forget, and then Scott would be like, "Oh, you want a blue cheese olive? We still have one. Yes." It's like a little. It was like a Scooby snack. I had forgotten that they were there.
Did he call you like, come hither from around the corner, like, open up a trench coat, like, you want some of the goods?
No, he just opens the top. It makes that pop sound that like glass jars do, and Leland's just like, oh.
He just shuffles over like a dog that heard the food bag.
Yeah. Plethora. Plethora is a word I like.
Ooh, plethora is
a good word.
Yeah,
but it's a hard word to use in the correct. I've heard many people use it wrong. Where you're just gonna go.
I don't know how you use it wrong. It has a very kind of generic use
or
definition.
There's a plethora of sorts.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna try to do it wrong.
Oh.
Did I do it right?
Yeah.
A plethora of sorts.
Like, I mean, cornucopia has a more specific kind of similar intent, but has a more specific context when you say cornucopia. Cornucopia is a thing.
Yeah.
That's the cone that holds all the things, but often is used as kind of to refer to a lot of something.
I do like that. I do like that word a lot too.
Smorgasbord, that's a fun word. Copious, that's another good one.
Copious amounts of whatever.
That's one of them words that always sounds real smart.
Yeah, it does.
Cynicer is an amazing word. But it's a sail of a boat with 3 angles. Man, who the fuck's gonna say cynicer?
What's that? People.
Boat people.
There's a P in that.
Spinnaker.
Ooh, that's his fucking English major shit coming in right there. It's like,
him spotting the letters? Yeah. Him reading them letter by letter?
I'm like, because you didn't say the P in the word.
I didn't.
You didn't. I caught it too. I was just going to move on. I figured it was a silent P. Is that a thing?
Those silent P's are only at the beginning of words. Pneumonia.
Pterodactyl.
Pfeiffer.
Yes, that's a correct.
No, yeah,
that's a correct example.
We checked the dictionary. He was right on that.
We asked the judges. They agreed.
Like the knife, like the K in knife.
Fuck. There's a lot of letters that can fuck off, and K is at the top of my list.
Yeah, well, because wasn't the whole thing that silent letters were added to the English language because the rich wanted to just fuck with poor people so they couldn't learn how to read?
Yes, probably.
That's the story behind that.
There's literally no other reason for silent letters.
Yeah.
Jack's coming in here with the $20 words of triskaidekaphobia.
That is a fear of
Triscuits?
Long words?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is actually. It's the fear of long words. Yeah.
I used to like to be able to learn how to say dinosaur names.
Oh, 13,
and say them properly.
Oh, yeah, because try and set. Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry. Continue, Leland.
You're afraid of the number 13?
No, I'm just saying I like to use to say dinosaur names.
Like Triceratops.
I mean, there's the easy ones, and then there's the more complicated ones. So, you know.
Hit us with a complicated one.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Oh, he had that ready to go.
Ready.
He's been waiting.
That one was in the chamber.
Night.
I love dinosaurs.
I like turtles.
I wanted to be a dinosaur doctor, and then I found out how much math and science were involved, and I was like,
and then they were already dead?
Yeah, I was like, I'll just go fucking look. I'll just watch the documentary Jurassic Park and be fine.
Yeah. Thank you, Jet. K is a fucking worthless letter. It's not doing anyone any good. Q can also similarly.
Does Cubert have a
work?
Does anyone know what Cubert means, or is it just a name for a furry thing in the 80s arcade?
Cubert,
Cubert is the
arcade game.
In that
but
movie,
that was a word before.
Levels
is it a word that has a definition, or is it? just the name of a thing in the 80s arcade.
Wait, she said Kubert.
Is it Kubert?
Kubert.
Kubert.
Roll the tape back. She said Kubert.
That's not what this conversation's
Oh,
about.
Stanley Kubert, the famous director.
Stanley Kubert.
Yes, Stanley
that guy.
Kubert. Yeah, Stanley Kubert.
Maker of such movies as The Shining and the first half of AI.
Yeah, no one,
How do you
please,
pronounce
no one correct her. She will say this for the rest of her life.
Oh, I will. I will say stuff for the rest
you know
of my
what
life
I was thinking
until
of?
somebody corrects me.
My bad. In my brain, I associated Kubert as Quagmire, which is an actual term.
Quagmire's,
for that thing.
Yeah.
Yes, in my brain, I was thinking like Kubert and Quagmire were the same thing because they were both named after things on pop culture.
Is it Quagmire like it's
like an oops? Is it an oops?
No, it's like a
Isn't that the guy in Family Guy?
It's not like a weird scenario.
Yes.
It's like, oh, we're in a quagmire.
It's a troubling situation you find yourself in.
Yeah.
But it might be a specific thing in nature.
Oh, is it like a swampy thing?
Yes, I think it's like a swampy situation.
It is a soft, boggy area of land that gives way underfoot.
Yeah.
There we go.
I did not know that. I honestly thought it was like a sketchy situation, kind of a thing.
It is also used in that way, I believe. Like, this is quite a quagmire that we're in. Not used often, but I have heard it used that way.
Sure.
Nah, it's like one of them probably like old-timey words that just has fallen out of favor.
I mean, just in general, it's quagmire. Like,
anyway, you want to move off from weird words?
Quandary.
Good time. Quandary's good.
Yeah.
Quandary's good.
Yeah. Could still be spelled with a C.
Gross sounding words.
Oh yes, Steph. Hit us with the Steph's list.
Really quick. List. 1, moist.
Okay.
2, ointment. The oi sound is what people don't like.
Ointment.
Oi.
Ointment.
Ointment.
Okay.
3, creamy.
Creamy.
I like the word creamy.
Well, I was fine with it until now.
Now that you're thinking about it negatively?
Oh,
no, the fact that you and Jordan both were like creamy.
I haven't said it.
That's not true. Roll the tape back.
Yeah.
Show me the game tape.
All right.
4,
continue.
squid.
Squid?
Squid.
Who's out here complaining about squid?
Squid.
It's the squid that people don't like.
Oh, because they're kind of like squishy and like.
People are weird.
Number 5, squirt.
Squirt.
I get it.
They just don't like these squid sounds.
Hey, let me get a squirt of that ketchup.
Number 6, squelch.
Yeah, squelch, like to shut something up. Yeah.
They just hate SQU.
They don't like SQU. Yeah.
7, phlegm. The word.
Oh, it's not a fun word because there's a random G in it.
All right.
8?
That's true. I'll hold on. I'll kind of sign off on phlegm being a kind of like a gross word because it has no other context than a very gross thing.
Yeah, there's no positive side to phlegm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true.
You can't. You're not gonna be like, oh man, your outfit was so phlegm. That's not gonna work. Like
it's like discharge. It's a fine word itself is fine.
Discharge in any context is like not
really.
Yeah.
He was discharged from the hospital.
Like, oh, did they discharge you?
No, that's the only context that it's allowed. If you were discharged from the hospital or military, the only two allow it. Any other discharge implies something fun happened or you hurt yourself and it's leaky. So,
I was discharged from the hospital. Why? Just too much discharge.
I already told you the discharge. Wait.
Like his association to a specific thing is so strong it can't help but kind of be summoned when the word comes up. But the word itself to me is fine.
Slimy discharge.
That's my punk band.
Number 8 is smear. But like if you read what it says, hold on. So it says gross associations ? Weird mental imagery, and then it says smears got it all. Then it goes, for example, I can say I applied my face cream before bed, or I can say I smeared my face cream on before bed.
Smeared it all over my face.
Well, that's what it said. I smeared my face cream on before my bed.
your tone really changed the vibe.
did,
I
Steph,
applied my face cream on my bed.
You can make anything
bed.
sound dirty or sexy or mean, just depending on the tone.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
See?
Bubbles.
All right, continue, Steph.
Number 9, slurp.
Slurp. Slurp.
I don't think it's impolite to slurp.
Slurp, 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 slurp.
You know what I've always
can
noticed? Why
stop.
is this always a trope?
It's
Why
the
do people
sound.
always...
You know what? It's not the word, it's the sound. That's what did it.
Oh,
It's
the
like
slurping?
you want to say you can say slurp all goddamn day. I'm fine with it. But the moment you go, I'm like, I'm out. Like it's just
Slurp
disgusting,
that
and I need you to stop that.
Ooh.
Like, no,
Beck, I'm gonna need to ask you to take 5 minutes.
You're
no,
not
that
allowed
reminds
to
me.
be on the podcast for 5 minutes.
That reminds me of another one of my favorite words. Onomatopoeia is one of my favorite words to say.
Oh,
It is a
yeah.
fun word to actually say out loud, and I
Yeah.
love that like sound effects have a word
Yeah.
that is for sound effects.
I don't know where to begin to spell that.
With an O.
Onomatopoeia?
OP.
Yeah.
Maybe I have seen it. I just
And a very interesting
Wasn't aware.
Batman villain.
That Kevin Smith
the
made
character's name Onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
What is
so if he goes to stab someone, he makes the sound before he stabs someone. So he'll be like, shuck, and then he'll stab someone.
Oh.
He'll go,
Great in
blam,
comic
and then
books.
shoot. Yeah, great in comic books, would be terrible in a movie.
You're never gonna see him. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
never gonna see him in a Marvel or a DC film or show or anything.
It'd be very
Too
corny.
weird. Yeah. Except maybe like if they did another Batman 66, they might fucks with it. But
I can see them rocking that in a new animated show, though.
you're right, Jet.
Ejaculation used to mean say something quickly and suddenly. Context, I guess. He ejaculated a bunch of words.
I disagree.
Jet, cite your sources.
No,
and-
that's true. That's an actual fact. That's what ejaculated used to mean.
Oh no, not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying I disagree.
Oh, okay.
It's like, pull the elevator. Frank ejaculated. Like nowadays, that just gives it a whole different.
Absolutely
Yeah, you
different
shouldn't say
now.
that.
Everybody,
If you
words
start
are
yelling
fun.
that shit out, you'll have problems.
Words are fun, right?
Number 10. Lugubrious?
Lugubrious?
I
Yeah.
don't know what that means.
It means sad or dismal, but it sounds like something that would bubble up from the bottom of a murky pond.
You know what's a
Like in a
fun word?
quagmire.
Or like a blister.
Lugubrious.
You know what's a fun word that you never would ever hear anyone randomly just say in day-to-day language?
I'm okay.
Crestfallen.
What's crest?
Oh no, no one would say that.
Sad.
It's yeah. It's an outdated word.
Yeah, it's like
What's
you're
wrong
feeling
with you today?
down.
I'm crestfallen.
Yeah, you're feeling down. That's what crestfallen means. That's
But I'm now gonna work it into a text.
Crestfallen. Excuse me? You're
I
crestfallen?
often will still use the term melancholy.
yeah. I like the word melancholy.
Yeah.
Especially when
Suzumiya
accompanied
Haruhi.
with the infinite sadness.
Well,
Oh, I like
yes.
it for the gorillas, but I can't just use that. In normal
On
words.
melancholy hill.
I was
Yeah.
like, what is
I haven't listened to that yet. Is it good?
Oh, it's a good
Oh,
song.
dude,
yeah.
Girls
Oh, the
always
album?
bangers.
So
Always
fucking good.
bangers.
It's a good time.
I have this weird thing with the gorillas. I like the gorillas, especially conceptually and especially artistically.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when they come out with a new album, I'll listen to it. I'm like, this isn't hitting right. But like almost every time, 6 months later, it becomes my jam. Like
That's because every time you listen to the previous Gorillaz album and you hear new ones coming out, you're expecting more of that album, but it's never.
Maybe that's
it's
it,
never
yeah.
that.
You know what? I think you're
It's
right.
a good
I
album.
think you're
Listen
right.
to Silent Running. That's
Yep,
been
yep.
on.
Steph added it to
That's been in my head.
me and Steph
all
added
fucking week.
some songs to the LRC Earworms 2023 playlist on Spotify that you could join if you join our Discord.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody! Is anyone out there in chat ever checking out that I mean, either of the Spotify, either the previous playlist or our new 2023? I'm curious how much play that's getting.
Do it, Corm. Do it. Put that Coheed on there.
Do it.
I was so lonely and bored at work the other day that I went through the Discord.
Oh,
how was that?
I mean, he didn't post anything, but he went there.
You walked amongst the people.
There's too much
I looked
going
at every
on.
single.
He lurked in
Wow,
the
good for
shadows.
you.
I looked at all the
Channels?
notifications so I can get rid of those white letters.
Okay.
And then I saved some dirty photos that I thought were funny that passed to other people.
Oh.
Yes,
Leland,
it was
daring where many don't.
I was well, no one would respond in text. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go to the Discord now. Yes. Work was so boring. But there was like one person in the store at all times, so I couldn't put on that 90s show and finish it.
Oh.
How is that 90s show?
Do it anyway. It's fun.
I do occasionally. I will just let it ride. I'm like, they're like, what are you watching, CSI?
No, like it's a fun show. It is enough of kind of a reconstruction of that 70s show that it is familiar while still being new enough that it's not a complete rehash. There's not a one-for-one character like there used to be, but those characters are kind of, their traits are split amongst other characers.
Okay.
That's a fair assessment.
So really, there isn't like a vaguely ethnic character that no one knows what he is?
No, but there is an ethnic character, but you straight up know what ethnicity he is.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. The Fez is now an Asian gay kid.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
So he's still like outsider. Yeah.
They give that kid all the best one-liners, him and Red.
I mean,
he's fantastic at like dry delivery.
Yeah.
That's what they had Fez for too. So, like that's the same.
But like this kid knows what he's saying, as Fez was like,
no clue.
Yeah.
I do like Kitty and Red are great.
It's kind of the Kitty and Red show.
Well, as it should be.
These 5 other teenagers.
Yeah. The kid that they found that is the product of Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis's character, their kid, that kid looks so much like Ashton Kutcher, it's very upsetting.
It's a good cast.
I was like, ooh, you purposely wrote that on the sheet, like looking for Ashton Kutcher look-alike child.
Jax is right though. If you didn't really watch that 70s show, it's there's a lot of kind of callback and references and homages that don't hit the same.
I like that they have 90s jokes, but it's not like they're not like, look, we're in the 90s, we're making a 90s joke. It's just there.
Yeah.
Like they just happen to be playing with slap bracelets. And I laughed hysterically because I was like, oh yeah, I had so many of those.
It's not I love this Crystal Pepsi. I hope it lasts forever.
Yeah, they're not doing shit like that. Like everyone's like, because like Scott was asking, are people dressed in the archetypes from the 90s? And I was like, yes, to an extent, but there's not really drawing attention to it.
Not like they're cartoon characters.
Yeah, there's like flannel everywhere, but you don't really question it, except for when they find out how Red has the best flannels. But that's a whole subplot that you don't need to know about. I like it. I just wish I could. Damn customers coming in, I can finish it.
I mean, there's your home time too.
Nah, man,
you can't watch everything at work.
I got.
What are you, Jordan?
I got other shit to do when I'm at work.
I actually don't watch stuff like during work. I'm mostly listening to audiobooks now.
Right on.
Which I'm towards the end of the second John Dies at the End book. Gotta say, I like this book way more than John Dies at the End. Like, even though John Dies, great book, it's still very, very weird and hard to wrap your mind around the concept of the drugs in that particular book / movie. And that only comes into play later in the second book, but I think the second book is just better constructed in general. And yeah, I just like the second book more. I'm towards the end of it now. Some revelations are happening. It's great.
I actually finished my second audiobook. I don't know if anyone's going to jump down my throat. But I Jackie, who I haven't seen yet, but everyone knows Jackie, Red, the artist.
Yeah. Red Velvet Fox.
Yes, with 2 Ds. If you or here, I'll restart. Libby is a app that you can get that connects you to your local libraries,
Yes,
and you can check out books via it as well as audiobooks.
Yeah.
And since I started a couple weeks ago, I mentioned I listened to, or I got Audible, and I listened to Snow Roses. I'm like, oh, like my podcasts, like I've got a couple that have gone on hiatus. So I'm like, okay, I kind of have extra time, so I'll try and fit stuff in.
Yeah.
I decided I've been real curious about the Dresden books, the Dresden Files, or like whatever other name they may have.
My buddy Sergio is in a commercial for one of the Dresden Files
like teaser
books.
commercials.
Yeah, for the teaser stuff. Yeah, Sergio's in one of those commercials.
So yeah, I listened to a Dresden book, which was cool. I think I don't know if I'll like chain those together. I might bounce around, but it was cool. I dug it.
Awesome. That's like one. Hey Rovi, that is one series I have been curious about getting into, but I already have a backlog of books I have on Kindle, which I found out if you have Kindle and Audible, you can combine the two. So since I have the book of
it's all Amazon.
Yeah, like so.
Does it become a super Kindle?
Basically, like you can play the Audible.
It becomes a Kindle Jenner.
Yes, it becomes a Kindle Jenner that lets you both listen to the.
Guys, stop interrupting Jordan.
It lets you listen to, your audiobook while highlighting the words in the actual book on Kindle, which is nice.
So you can listen and read at the same time.
Yeah, so you can follow along if you want to.
Well, that's kind of cool. It's like, sometimes if you didn't catch what they said, I like to see what they said.
Plus, like some books, like say, this book will never work as an audiobook ever, but something like House of Leaves. Like it would be cool to have like someone narrating that while you're looking at the very interesting page layouts in House of Leaves. God,
I hate it.
I want to reread that book.
I watch shows with subtitles. It doesn't bother me. The text doesn't bother me.
I always have subtitles on.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I don't particularly have like a reason why. The setting was there and I never turned it off.
Plus, it really does help like for scenes if people have to be really quiet. Like you just read what they're saying with subtitles. Like, cool. Like
I just like to read what like the descriptive words they put for like ominous music playing or just like little things. I get a kick out of that.
Like Steph actually likes having closed captions, which I do too because I like seeing those things as well.
It's fun.
Like loud music.
I have not been listening to any audiobooks. It's more or less I'm either having a YouTube video going, I have like a playlist going, but I like Bretman Rock. I wanted to listen to his memoir that or is it memoir or his book?
Yes, memoir.
He did.
Memoir,
Who?
Yeah.
Bretman Rock.
You should probably explain who that is, Steph.
I don't know how to explain him. He's Filipino.
He's a Filipino influencer. He dabbled a little bit in the beauty community, dabbles in fashion, dabbles in a bunch of stuff, but like his main thing is like always be yourself, always be authentically yourself, and that's like Bretman's
unapologetically yourself.
Right on.
I love it.
Yeah, and he's so goddamn ripped.
Dude,
oh my god!
Ripped. I let him talk all the shit he wants. Like you know when people get super all about themselves?
Yeah.
He does. But I let him talk all the fucking shit he wants.
Yo,
because I'm just like
Asian ripped is different than anybody else.
Yo, watch Physical 100, dude. It's so good. Have you seen Physical 100?
I don't know
what
the hell you said.
So Physical 100 is on Netflix.
We talked about it.
Is on Netflix. It's a Korean game show where they take 100 of top like in athletes. Yeah, top in their league, like athletes or fitness people
there's like
and like
people who were in the Olympics.
Yes,
Yeah,
you have Olympians there. You have people who are in there like mountain rescue, bodybuilders, like fitness YouTubers and stuff. Like you have like an array of different types of people, different types of bodies, and the whole thing is to see, regardless of gender, who has the best physique. And I'll tell you this right now, you're not gonna guess who wins.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. Like, that's
well, you might as well tell us, because me and Anthony will not watch it.
No, yeah, I'm not watching this.
No, you absolutely should watch it. You absolutely should. It's so
One
good.
episode. One episode.
Don't make me.
Anthony, we can just look it up online.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, you could too.
Oh,
But I'm saying dude, Sexy Yama, dude. Like,
Leland, look it up and then tell me.
He's like in his 40s, but he like.
You guys were already late to the Squid Game shit. Just like watch Physical 100. It's so good.
Yeah. It's not like what you would think as like very bro gym people.
Everyone is so incredibly humble. So many of them are incredibly humble. There are some of those people like, I'm the best here, obviously, and they lose instantly.
Yeah. But like everyone's so sweet. Like they actually like they genuinely understand like the like not the struggle, but just like
they understand that, oh, this person has worked for their body. They have done like, it's really cool seeing like dude named Kim Kong, like ripped to shit, huge guy, all these tattoos, and he's like in awe of other people. Like it's really cool to see that.
Like I said, it's real humbling because they'll look at this sculpted body of like this, like they have like, what is it, clay?
Yeah, they have like busts of everyone.
They have the busts of everyone.
Like, yeah.
So then like they'll look and they'll all stand next to one of the people's bodies and they'll be like, dude, look at this body. It's a what is it? Like
an Adonis?
I mean, like they're
Adonis,
in their way of saying it, they'll just
Adonis
be like, dude, look at this body. Like this body's impressive.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh yeah, he's ripped. There's a fucking there's a person on there named Chung Ri, where she's just this fucking big ass like bodybuilder woman where I'm just like, she could get it. She's
I love all these names.
It's
Every name you've mentioned so far has been great.
Yeah, it's been fun. They do a bunch of stuff. Like I don't want to spoil it, even though you guys, I don't know, whoever doesn't want to watch it. But there's some cool things that they do.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm
You're just talking about the characters.
Well, again, it's a fitness game show, and the whole idea is to see like they're
doing like challenges.
Yeah, they're doing challenges. So like say the very first challenge, challenge 0 is basically you have to hang from bars. Whoever can hang the longest wins.
Yeah.
And it gets down to 2 people, and it becomes like it's so enthralling just watching them, just like who's gonna fall, like who can like.
And these are like. And these are like bodybuilders, not
everyone.
No, not ever. There's some bodybuilders. You have some people who are Olympians, like people who are on the bobsled team, the Korean bobsled team. You have so you also have random like normal people, like a car salesman, like just people who are really into fitness, really into bodybuilding and stuff, like all types of
But then is there like a Thor Magnuson kind of guy who's just like
the strongest man in Korea shows up,
like an oak tree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the guy who's got no definition but is stronger than everyone else.
Yes, the car salesman.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a fucking
There's even
beast.
this dude who was just like the biggest fucking, like he was like like a really big arm wrestler, and his fucking arm was like the size of 2 fucking heads. I was like, dude, how are your arms that huge?
What was the other one like?
Buff. Which one? Oh,
the other arm.
Oh no, arm 2. It just went over. I have no idea what you said, so I'm not gonna backtrack on the joke because I have no idea.
He's
an arm wrestler. I like to think arm wrestlers are only focused on the one arm, so the other one is like noticeably smaller.
Ain't there like a famous arm wrestler who has a ridiculously huge one arm, walking around the arm of me from Rick and Morty, but his other arm is just skinny?
There's what's his face in the Shape of, or the Lady in the Lake, who is works on only one side of his body.
God.
Oh God.
That was such a dumb.
Fuck you, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
It's a stupid ass movie, Lady in the Water.
I kind of want to watch it again and be like, okay, what's this like 20 years later?
I do too, actually. But that's a movie I do want to rewatch as well.
Watch Party.
I hear his new one's good.
Oh, the Bautista one?
The Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched that.
I sat through Old. So dumb. I laughed so hard. So dumb.
There's a lot of problems in Old.
Because doesn't that movie end with the patented Shyamalan twist?
They all do.
All do.
It seems like he can't not do it, or for some reason, like Hollywood won't let him make a movie unless he does it, but people hate it. But so, like, why are you?
Well, I mean,
perpetuating this.
I just think it's was there a twist in Devil? Not to put the name.
Actually, I never saw Devil. Wait, is Devil his or did he produce it?
Oh, he produced it. He produced it. That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
Well, there's not really a twist in Lady in the Lake or whatever, is there? I mean, they really tell you from the beginning she's a mermaid or whatever, the siren or whatever the fuck she is.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the explanation. I think the
is that what the twist is? What I found is funny is that
biggest of twists.
Sure. What I found funny was that the first movie he did, he had like one cameo line situation.
Oh, and now he's just making himself a character.
He's just
everything.
Now straight up. What the fuck is happening?
Do you have a Roomba?
Where did you get
I have a ghost. Yeah, like he went from like each movie was like, here's a line here and there, here's an unspoken cameo. Now I have a part. Now I'm a character. Now I'm starring and writing and directing and composing the music. It's just like, okay, maybe you're not as good as you think.
Yeah, and that's why Lady in the Water is M. Night Shyamalan's worst movie. It sucks. It is not good.
I don't know. That one where Dallas Bryce Howard is blind is not good.
Oh, The Village. I actually like that one.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
I called it like 15 minutes in, and
what do you mean? The trailer. It wasn't like they hit it very well.
I don't watch a lot of trailers.
Well, watching it, I remember my experience of it. I didn't hate it. I was really spooked out by watching it.
I thought she was amazing in the movie, though.
She's a fantastic actress and great director.
Yeah.
I think the movie is not good.
I don't know.
I think that's his worst.
Well, okay, so Lady in the Water came out after The Village. So we can all agree that The Village is where the downturn came, right?
Sure.
The downward spiral.
Yeah, wasn't After Earth also bad?
It was.
That's not his.
It started with it is his. It starts with The Village, Lady in the Water, The Happening, After Earth
with
in
Will
2013.
Smith and Jaden Smith.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because they almost removed his name entirely.
Remember Last Airbender.
Ooh, I've never seen it.
I've never watched it.
Oh, wait,
that is not good,
dude. If you look up his name and look up his movies, it doesn't even show The Last Airbender.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's not on here. I googled Shyamalan movies and I got Knock at the Cabin, Old, Glass, Split, The Visit, which I did enjoy. The Visit. That
yes,
movie,
I did really like The Visit. I really like The Visit and
good.
Split. I have not seen Glass.
Glass was cool. Split was good.
I forgot if I saw Glass.
I'm going old school. I love Signs. That's my favorite.
I do think Signs is good.
I'll watch Signs before the Ghost one.
Really?
The Ghost,
Sixth Sense?
The Ghost one is good, but I like Aliens a hell of a lot more than Ghost. So like,
I saw Signs not when it first came out, so I didn't think it was all that. I wasn't in my I watch scary movies stage yet. I was still very afraid of them, but I did enjoy Signs when I saw it after.
I mean, we saw that. We left film class to go see it.
Oh.
Like our class was like, all right, M. Night opened the day, so class dismissed. Like we just,
and that's his second movie, isn't it?
Yeah,
like his second major film.
Yeah.
So like he's still super hot at the time.
Yeah.
It's Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs.
Unbreakable, yeah.
Unbreakable was good.
Apparently, he had 2 other movies before that too.
So scared the shit out of me when the alien walks across
the first reveal.
Oh
yes, that still is a amazing scene.
Yeah.
I think that one and the one when it's on the roof. That one's scary.
It's a good one. Or the leg that walks away in the cornfield. You're just like, I'm out.
I remember that in the trailers, and that scared me. That was enough to not let me watch that.
Man, I mean, I think
I mean, his highs are good, but his lows are more memorable because there's so many. And I think that they're just, you know what it is? It's disappointment.
He takes a fucking swing with every movie.
Respect. I mean, respect.
So yeah,
swing,
you gotta respect, which makes like ridiculousness. Like The Happening is a ridiculous fucking movie.
Oh, I remember watching that. That was.
You know what? I don't hate that movie. I hate the acting in it, but I like the concept. No. I kind of like the concept that like nature was just like, nah,
what?
We're done. We're done with you hurting us. Now it's time for us to fuck you over. It just I felt was not done well.
The scenes
it's hay fever that makes you suicidal.
Steph, what'd you say?
The scenes of like the death scenes of stuff. I mean, they were pretty intense from what I remember.
Yeah. It's for sure hardcore.
But After Earth, that movie can go fuck itself.
I remember.
Trash.
I remember.
I think we started the first 10 minutes of it.
Me, Niall, and Steph. Steph was already the neck of a Bud Light Platinum in, so she was fucking hammered. We started After Earth. We got 14 minutes in. And I was like, nope, fuck this. No. And he turned it off.
Is that when the flying snake came out? Because I also said the same thing, but I was stuck there.
In the theater
was my ride.
You were in the theater, that flying snake, you were like,
I don't think we even made it to After Earth. We just were still in Futureland.
On the cliff. And that was enough that Niall said no.
I got so angry when they get to...
Yeah, you finished.
Okay. No.
Niall got so mad. He turned off the TV and we stared at a blank TV for like 10 minutes before we turned anything else on.
I don't even know what we watched.
He was just so mad.
I mean, they set up in dialogue, it's a 1,000 years in the future and that humans haven't been on Earth for 1,000 years. And they land there and he's like, do you know where we are? And his kid's like, no. He's like, we're home. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not at all. You've not been, you may have, protozoa maybe lived there. 1,000 years, you are no longer a Terran. You're on whatever other fuck planet you're on.
God damn it. I'm going to do a watch party for this too.
You're a Martian.
That's like, I don't return and be like, yep, I own this now.
This is mine. It's a very colonizer mindset there.
I do rank Split though. I think Split is one of his top 3 movies.
Oh yeah, no, it's
fantastic. Haven't seen Split yet.
Split's fantastic.
Thoroughly enjoyed Split, like on its own.
Yeah,
there's a lot of fun memes. I don't want to say it, but there's a lot of fun.
I want to see both those.
My favorite thing about Split was that they did everything they possibly could to not let you know that it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, that was true.
Yeah, I remember the marketing. I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, because then, when the movie ended, it said directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Like, what?
Yeah,
because if you look at the list Scott put in the Village, Lady in the Water, The Happening, Airbender, After Earth, The Visit, Split's the next good one. Oh no, that's 5 fails before a good one. No, you ain't gonna market that shit properly.
Oh, I forgot.
No.
The Visit was, I really like The Visit.
Still.
You know, he had a contract.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of contracts.
I think he had because Sixth Sense made so much money. I think Universal or whoever had it signed into some 8-picture deal.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was some crazy
that was a mistake.
Thing. Yeah.
3 tops. We can talk about negotiating after 3.
Granted, this was the 90s, early odds, so
yeah. Scott's right. The Visit was decent.
Yeah, the Visit's good.
Yeah,
I really like the Visit.
There's a lot of
I did hear that.
Moments that was like, I like what you did here.
That movie is good, but it still suffers from one of M. Night Shyamalan's core issues. The fact that he has never go Steph.
Oh, don't spoil it though.
No, I'm not gonna spoil the movie at all.
Never had an actual conversation.
Yes, he doesn't know what 2 human beings talking to each other sounds like. He has no idea what that sounds like at all.
Bad at
he is very bad at dialogue. Watch The Visit. You will know instantly why I say that.
Watch party.
At best, it's passable.
I just want to watch things with people, and we can all yell and scream and stuff.
Yeah, I really like the idea of doing watch parties. So
like the dialogue in Old was so rough because it's like constantly trying to re-explain its own premise.
Yeah, it loses it about halfway through too. You're like, you kind of know what you're talking about.
It keeps saying the same thing so many times it stops making sense.
Yeah.
The longer we stay on this beach, the older we get. I don't understand why you guys don't understand this. Oh my God, Billy, why are you older?
Yeah, it gets so dark in parts. You're like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. All right.
Yeah, there's a real dark part that took me.
Yeah, it was like, okay.
I was not expecting how brutal this was going to be.
Oh boy!
But in the defense of the movie, kind of had to go that way.
I mean, it's a metal as hell scene.
Yeah.
And I certainly like appreciate the movie for like really going to its own limits. It's just not much really goes near that. There's no build to that scene. It's just like it's kind of meandering pace, questionable plot going on with the kids having kids. It just
Steph, I think we need to watch Old.
Yeah, we can do it. It's fine. Well,
man, and then it suddenly gets super dark. Like 20 minutes from the edge, 15 minutes from the end.
Yeah,
it has a super dark scene that is like, eee.
Okay.
Now I'm excited because
shocking, humans are bad.
And you know what it is. Me and Steph, we love terrible things like A Cure for Wellness.
I've never seen it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, we went through this also a couple weeks
ago. It genre shifts 3 times.
I remember. Old.
I remember this coming up now because I had the same like reference in my head as I felt the memory come back to me.
For some reason we talk about Dane DeHaan too much on this podcast.
We shouldn't.
Motherfucker gets around.
You guys say he's not a good guy, right?
He really doesn't. He was like in what, like 3 movies?
He's in 3 movies.
Chronicle,
one is really
Chronicle.
Chronicle, yeah. One which is really good, which is Chronicle. And then Michael Bay Jordan is in that.
What, the Green Goblin was hanging out with Killmonger and the Human Torch and Creed 3?
Yeah. 3?
As it just came out.
Yeah. I'm really excited to watch that movie.
I've heard nothing was good.
Like, yeah.
Every really customer that came in just would not shut the fuck up about it. I woke up to a goddamn text from Shane that said, Creed 3 is awesome. Bitch, I don't need to know that at 6 a.m. Why are you up at 6?
Like he watched Creed 3, he couldn't sleep.
Yeah. of all the like silly things to get like interested in a movie for, the fact that like there's been references to the fight scenes emulating scenes from like anime and whatnot. I'm like, I want to see what that's like. I want to see the anime human fights.
For some reason I got real confused because he texted me and he was like, hey, do you want to go see Killmonger beat up Kang with Valkyrie hanging out on the sideline? And I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like,
I mean, that's the movie.
Shazam.
Yeah.
I was like, Shazam don't open for like 3 more weeks. Like, why are you talking to me about this Shazam?
Shazam. What are you talking
about? Anyone's gonna watch that movie.
Comic book names. Blink it. Just
watch.
I told you before. You know what I do when I don't go home after working all day in a comic book shop? Read a fucking comic book. So I clocked out because those names mean nothing to me.
I finished work today, went straight into Red Dead. I'm back, baby. I'm all in on Red Dead again.
Really?
Good. I watched you guys last night for a little bit.
Yeah.
While I put you guys on the background while we were gaming. I turned off the audio, so if you guys were yelling at me, I couldn't hear you. But
no, you're fine. I saw, but I wasn't gonna call you out. We started we started collecting shit, and then we got the app. I got my app going, so I know where all my shit is.
It got to the point.
We started collecting cards.
It got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. It says, okay, I'm just gonna get this one last thing, and I'll go
to get one more card.
So I log off everything. I get into bed. I'm all ready. And I'm about to fall asleep. So I turn on Steph's stream. She's still going. It's been like an hour. She's still out here collecting. She's out in the middle of the desert.
Comb I need to get.
No, there was.
Steph, if you ever want a partner to go, you call Scott. That motherfucker will search for shit with you all night long.
Yeah, no.
Like,
We all
he
slipped
loves
off.
searching.
Scott never quit.
Oh, he's still, he does it every day. I clock in about once or twice a week because my thing is I don't need any more money, so I don't need to go in and fight for it anymore.
Well, because you topped out the odometer, like it doesn't add anymore. No one thought
999.
Yeah.
But next week though, if you guys want to, hang out, maybe not on a night that we shouldn't hang out and do it. Yeah. Next week they're doing I forgot the exact stuff, but the gator hat is back, and I've been waiting 2 years to get this fucking gator hat. And this gator hat can only be won on like a certain kind of mission, and we have to be successful. And I was like, well, can we do it by ourselves? Because I want all the colors of the gator hat. Like, it's
dude, yesterday.
Oh, he's correcting me. That's this week. Fuck it. Show's over.
Started today.
Last
I gotta go get my gator hat.
We were in, what was it? We're in Rhodes?
Yeah, we'll do the podcast next week from Red Dead.
Like a red versus blue?
We all dress as cowboys next week.
Yeah, no, we were going around, and the freaking, what is it? Ghost Puma? Is it
the Ghost Panther?
The Ghost Panther.
The Ghost Panther.
So we have to be close enough to Lemoyne where like
Ghost Puma's Anthony's nickname in college.
Oh, there you go.
Like we saw a puma attacking anything. Oh, let's get this puma. So Steph runs up. She's about to like start shooting the puma, and then the other puma comes out, and then the ghost puma came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they run in packs.
Oh yeah,
they travel in threes.
Gotta remember that.
No, what I didn't know was I was looking, and I just saw the panther just next to a deer or whatever it was, and it was just right next to it. And I was like, oh shit. You can actually watch them attack and eat this thing, like get a prey.
Yes.
And then,
if you leave the animals alone, they have their own cycles and everything. The predators go attack animals and everything.
I used the varmint rifle.
Yeah.
To get it to sedate it, and then a posse came, and everyone was all friendly, and everyone got that sample.
And then they pointed out an egg, so they all got the egg, and we all got to get the egg, and we all waited at each other.
It was a good time. And then we fucked off, and it was really nice.
Not everybody in that world is terrible.
We've been having actually good experiences with the randoms in Red Dead now. Like,
okay, then I guess that begs the question: if you two alone are having good experiences, Anthony, is it you?
Well, I mean, if you look at the LRC podcast, it's a LRC posse. It's dishonorable.
We are no. I'm look. I'll own up to it. Beck, it's just us. Look, when we all looked and found our numbers to how many people who killed what and how many, and we were shocked that Jordan had like a very low number and Anthony and Scott had very good numbers. Don't kill
random people.
And then we were all shocked as hell when my number was so goddamn high.
It was really high.
Mine was like 18.
Shocked is a strong word.
Thank you, I guess. And then my only response was, I work with the public.
Listen, sometimes I like to go to Saint Denis and see how long it takes for the cops to kill me.
Yep.
Although I notice when I'm playing when it's just me and Steph, for some reason I'm a lot more murderous. And I don't know why.
The balance has to shift because she's bloodthirsty when it's the group.
Oh,
yeah, like we got a random robbery came up, so we're like, all right, cool, let's go do this. So Steph, she sneaks in the house, no one spots her, gets stuff in and out, no issues. Meanwhile,
and throws a Molotov inside.
No. Meanwhile, outside, I murdered 2 men for no reason. No one saw Steph. I just killed these men
because you were distracting them.
Did you shoot him or did you slide a knife in and real feel it?
That one, obviously, I'm gonna do that one. It's more personal.
There was a cult.
Yeah, it's funner just to.
We did a legendary, one of the legendary
legendary bounty.
Legendary bounties. That thing was real long.
Yeah, I like legendary bounties.
Really long time
they're a lot
to do.
Yeah, good times.
Shit,
feels like a mission.
Me and Scott and Anthony would spend almost 2 hours on one night trying to get that fucking asshole from down in the
Yeah, the cult leader on top of the mountain.
Yeah, that's the one we did.
Is that the one? Oh, what a
that's a tough one.
Oh yes,
bitch.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we did the cult
was
one.
fun.
Oh, when it starts, when you get into the cave and he starts yelling and being all preachy in game, I was like, dude, I fucking hate all of this.
Yeah.
This guy needs to die.
So we got to the point.
Die now.
We got to the point where like we got him on his knees, like he is surrendering, right? I'm like, okay, good, we're good to go. Steph rolls out, blasts him one more time.
Jordan's like, no, we need
Incendiary
him alive.
buckshot.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. It was
Ruins the pelt.
it was my reflexes. It just went. Jordan's like, we're good. He's down.
No, it's because like she has she's using the Lamont revolver, and I think she shotgunned him.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't kill him.
He didn't die, thankfully, but I was just like, dude.
I also didn't realize they had fucking armor. I was like, why won't you die?
Yeah.
That guy took a lot of hits.
No, I mean Anthony's right though. I mean,
A lot of fucking
they're long missions because they're gonna make you work
top
for
tier.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
Top tier missions.
They're legendary.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, and they're good.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
me and
they're
Scott
fun.
unfortunately are at a point now on both of our servers. We've done them to the point where we don't. I mean, we may have some full 5 stars, but those 5-star ones, they're so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you start off half health, you get shot, you're dead. It
God.
starts over. It's just so
You got
fucking
3
hard.
bullets.
Yeah,
Oh.
they take away your horse. I mean,
No.
no kidding.
You
Not
go
bullet
in,
shield.
no clothes on. Come on.
Who named their horse Bullet Shield? That sounds like a Quorum thing if I've ever
It
fucking
does.
heard one.
Oh my god. Put bullet shield next to a horse insurance and extended warranty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me and Scott are having a bit of a time doing. There's a Saint Denis kidnapping one right now. No, we need more help. It is just so fucking hard. I think
assume it's
Jordan,
up to 4
when
players, right?
you did it once, you were like, "Oh yeah, I just walked in and grabbed her and left," and we're just like, "Fuck you."
Oh yeah, I remember
I
that.
want to help.
Like, yeah.
all of Saint Denis is coming after us. There's like 50 cops chasing us. We're like, "Oh fuck this."
Yeah, I straight up just walked in like her, right? All right. I
That's
roped
how
her.
I
I
felt.
hog-tied her. Some
how I
dudes shot me.
felt
I
with the
shot them and I
valuable.
left. Like,
We're so
Yeah.
mad the other day. We're done.
Oh.
Just like- anyway, I have a number up if we want to move on to that, or we want to continue to talk about Red Dead.
No, let's go to the number.
let's go to the
All
number.
right.
Why
Go to the
not?
number.
Coincidentally, Anthony, speaking of snakes that fly,
Oh.
Where's this going?
if you could have any flying version of an animal as a pet, what would it be and why?
Flying otter.
Does the animal love me and won't attack me at any given moment?
I mean,
Says
I'm
you can
assuming
have, right?
it's like an animal, so you have to train it. So I mean, yes.
Oh, you have to train it?
Well, I mean, let's say, for example, you have a dog. If you don't train it to go fly outside to poop, it's just going to do it all over your house.
But if it's a flying animal, can it just like already be can we be at the point where it's already trained when we get it?
Okay, for this conversation, sure.
Yay. Okay.
Bear, black bear.
Oh, I would like a hamster.
Honestly,
and an otter.
I should have
And a
expected it,
quokka.
but I didn't. And that's what makes that fun.
Jordan
imagine,
wants the owl bear.
just imagine. You guys are like, hey, let's go to the fucking not scary farm. Everyone shows up like, where's Jordan at? Then you just hear
He
out in the
flies in.
distance. Everyone looks up in the sky and they see me soaring in on Beluga. And then I land next to everyone, be like, hey, what's up,
Beluga?
guys? It's me and my flying bear, Beluga.
Do you leave Mr. Luga in the parking lot?
I tell him to go home. He's trained. He knows.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh.
No, you get ESA paperwork, and then he just comes with you everywhere.
Yeah, he's on a leash.
Oh.
He has to be
They
on a
can't
leash.
say no.
He's my seeing eye bear.
Without this bear around, I get anxiety. It helps me calm down. But everybody else is like,
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
why
calm me
my
down.
anxiety goes down because everyone else is scared.
Anthony, cat or penguin?
You know what, Penguin? Their heart is really in it,
You grant them the ability that they want.
Yeah. The thing that they've always wanted their entire genetic history, but can't have.
Oh. Steph, you said otter, right?
Otter, a hamster.
I feel that's a problem, but I support it.
A flying hamster.
Yeah, and they could just hang out right here.
It's got like little wings that just like flap
Yeah,
super rapidly.
But hamsters are so goddamn blind.
Steph, is it bat wings or feather
flies around
wings?
like a June bug? Bonk, bonk, bonk,
That
bonk.
is so true. Oh. They can't see.
How many times have you had a hamster escape their cage? Now imagine if it flies.
That's true.
Wait, so hamsters are like have notoriously bad sight?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
they can't. They have really bad vision.
Is the only reason why they haven't been like extinct is because people decided to make them pets? Like it sounds like they shouldn't exist. Like they won't last in nature naturally.
I don't think they do.
Yeah,
they're like just little scurrying nuggets for like hawks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live in the desert.
Because you don't walk around Red Dead and like, oh, I found a hamster.
No, but I've been. You
You
can't get it. Yeah, you can't get a 3-star rat. I don't know how people do.
Varmint
use
rifle.
a bow and arrow,
or
small game,
or
yeah, small game
small arrows.
Yeah, it would be a small game arrow. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, do your animals have feathered wings or are they leathery bat-like wings?
Oh,
bat-like.
His bear is getting more frightening as he continues.
Demon bear.
Yeah, demon
like
bear.
Angel wings.
Well, those are feather wings.
Because
they look cute.
Because let's be honest, bears, godless killing machines. Now imagine a bear with leathery bat wings.
But they're only godless killing machines because of man.
No, they're killing machines no matter what.
Yeah, come on. Have you seen
Man
Cocaine
just
Bear?
witnesses it. Not yet. Not yet. I want to.
Does yours have bat wings? Or well, yours has to go in the water, so bat wings would be aerodynamic. So we could like dive in and come out.
That does make sense.
I know, I'm smart when it
but
comes
there's
to
also
fantasy
birds
bears
that can dive
and
into
birds.
water and all that.
Shush!
Ducks.
So cute with that
shark with wings.
Hold hands and fly.
Ooh,
right?
Shark with wings. No,
They'd
that
be
sounds
so
bad.
cute.
Can I just give a regular penguin like a rocket bike?
That's a little jetpack.
Like, yeah, just like little. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Okay, they don't have hands, so they can't turn the thing.
But they just
and
bend
their
the
little
flipper
pedals,
over
they
the
can't.
throttle.
I mean,
feet.
They have feet, but I don't think feet are going to be able to hold on. A jetpack would make more sense.
Sure, but they don't have thumbs to work the ignition.
Mental.
Oh, now we're giving them psychic powers?
They're gonna use their mental.
Well, no, because there's technology that exists now where you can do so with just your brain. Like that one girl who beat Elden Ring with her brain. It's true. The entire time she's playing, she's just, and she does it. She does all the things. It's cool.
So my first thought is obviously making a dog have wings.
Oh, corgi with wings.
Like dogs. Ooh,
Yeah.
corgi with wings. But also I really like hippos, but I feel that's bad. So
no, it's trained.
I don't.
Oh yeah, remember that's a keyword. It's already trained, and
yeah,
we didn't have to do the
but
work
it's still
for it.
really big. Like it's bigger than your bear.
I have a black
you know what
bear.
I'm saying? Yeah, but a hippo is way bigger than a black
wings.
bear. The hippo's got tiny wings.
Oh, that'd be cute.
They still fly, but they got like little Namor
They got
wings.
little tiny ones. Little
It looks like Heimlich the caterpillar at the end of a bug's life.
Yeah.
Aw.
Don't go to the flying hippo territory. Oh,
but
God.
also
just
but
charges
like,
you.
But also, like, think of Disco with little wings.
Yeah.
Cute.
The
Aw.
little leathery bat wings.
Yeah. Is she a
Aw.
demon dog?
That's cute. I
Um,
dig it.
what would be the most terrifying animal to suddenly have wings? Sharks is
Octopus?
pretty good. Okay, octopus for Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Spiders.
Kraken.
Ooh, spiders. Yeah,
Okay,
just to know if spiders
realistic
can fly
animal.
is already disturbing to me.
Man, he's not wrong.
Mm,
Ooh, flying walruses.
Terror of the seas and skies.
Oh, what's that fucking shit. It's that fish that's got the little nightlight on his head and the giant fucking teeth.
Oh, an angelfish.
Anglerfish.
Anglerfish.
Oh my
yeah. Yeah, that's a horror show.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Vicious.
Yeah.
You know, I've never YouTubed it eating. I'd be curious to see how it ate.
Why would you want
Just
to see that?
You don't ever want to just see how it works so you can
Be horrified?
Listen, Steph, it's got giant teeth. I'm pretty sure it works that like
I know.
that.
I want to look. I'm going to do it.
I don't need to know any more than that.
What about a crocodile with wings? That'd be pretty scary.
That'd be scary.
That seems funny actually to me.
But it could do a death spiral anywhere.
Oh, God.
Florida just has like this weird.
It does a death spiral with like height, and then it just fucking goes
it
down.
dive bombs you.
Ooh, that's scary.
Like when two eagles be fucking and they're doing that like spiral down, they either copulate or they die.
Oof.
Copulate, another good word.
Yeah, it's a good word. Yeah.
Orangutan with wings and a claymore. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to level up because he got beat by me last year.
He got level 6. Now he's got wings. Scorpions, I'm not a fan of. Although the little things that keep getting mentioned, like I don't really, it don't affect me. For like, oh, let's give a spider wings. I'm like, still seems like unpleasant, but not terrifying.
A flying spider. Ugh.
Yeah.
I would say cockroaches, but they already have wings, and they're the worst things in the world.
True.
Yeah, cockroaches suck.
I think any kind of flying reptile is where I feel things start to get like, no.
Oh, Komodo dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just a dragon at
or
that
a
point.
It is a dragon. Yeah.
It doesn't breathe fire. Yeah.
It breathes paralyzing bacteria.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
which is upsetting.
You would just have a Pegasus.
It's just scarlet rot.
Correct. You're right, Steph. Llama with wings? All right. You know what? I think we're onto something there. I absolutely can envision like a fantasy world where flying llamas are like the insert replacement for Pegasi. Pegasus.
I'll be honest. In my
I like Pegasi.
Thinking about what a flying llama would look like, I just imagined Taylor Lautner with wings.
He really does look like a llama, though.
What?
As much as a human being can?
Is this a thing?
Yeah, Taylor Lautner looks like a llama.
As much as like Ron Perlman looks like that one cat.
Taylor.
It's okay. Steph is getting the picture, and then so I can show all.
See?
Listen, he doesn't look like a llama. Like a llama doesn't look like a human. But if you put the two next to each other, it's like, oh, I see. They're kind of like a similar, very base facial, like not construction, but they're like emoting the same vibe.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep the outline because it says totally looks alike.com.
Ooh. A flying capybara.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's my next wizard familiar.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna build everything around a flying capybara.
a flying capybara based economy.
They're like messenger pigeons, but cuter.
Oh wow.
He does look like a llama,
Let me
right?
put this picture up on stream for everyone.
He kind of looks like that llama.
He does kind of look like that llama.
Taylor Lautner looking like all the llamas.
Koala. That's just airborne chlamydia.
Oh no.
That's weird.
That's also what they called you in college. I don't know.
It's weird. It's weird whenever like there's a handful of animals that like have STDs, and there's just something about that seems so weird to me.
Well, I mean, animals have sex too, Anthony.
Yeah, but like for some reason, like
not just you, you animal.
I can't imagine like that being a thing in nature. It feels like it's such a human fucking like.
I'm taking him off stream. I don't want to look at him.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's dumb as hell. I don't know. It just it's a thing I only ever could understand within the context of like humans.
What the animals can just go around banging?
No, that they would have that there would be an STD in the animal kingdom.
Oh.
I mean,
feline leukemia. It's not
true.
an STD, but it's still a human can get leukemia.
It's
sure, yeah,
it's,
like
it's just a disease
organisms
that exists
can
in the
get
world.
cancer.
Yeah,
Sure.
All organisms can get cancer. Like
I mean,
biological.
Dogs can also get acid reflux. That throws me off.
Yeah, in there, like I was gonna say, there's like kitty AIDS, right?
yeah.
Feline AIDS, yes.
Yeah.
Don't make it sound cute by saying kitty. Oh, I got Jordan or Leland now. Now if I could just get Steph by the end of the episode, I'll have a hat trick.
Good try.
You can try.
You know what? Honestly, Steph though is tough to get.
She is.
Steph, she'll laugh, but to get that like I have to leave the frame of the camera kind of laugh, that's rare.
Steph is the kind of person where you have to keep hitting her with jokes in rapid succession.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't catch it quickly. Sometimes I do. Not all the time. Like, sometimes I'll re-listen and I'll hear, oh, I see, I understand what he meant now. I didn't laugh then, but I'm laughing now. And then I tell you on chat.
He does.
Like that was
usually we don't know what
funny.
she's talking about by that point, but
yeah, that's true.
It's usually like months later.
Yeah.
Oh, remember
like,
in
real out of
episode
context.
274? Like,
not even that much context.
I know she'll be just like Leela and I also agree. Pink is better. Like,
Pink is what?
What?
And then she'll text
that's just how
also.
I talk, okay?
Then she'll text also.
Oh, I
its
say
own
also.
and
message
then she'll be gone.
Oh, that's also
Nothing.
for 20 minutes. Nothing.
This is
Yeah.
true. Something happens. In
And
those
we're
20
we all
minutes
just sit
that I
here
go
waiting.
away.
Not new information. We've had a lot of talks about Steph's poor messaging habits.
I've had to learn to just put it away. Just don't look at it anymore.
Oh yeah, I'll just go back to that later. It'll work its way out eventually.
It's especially the worst when you're talking to her and like you're going back and forth and it's been like this for a while and then you're at a moment where you absolutely need information from her and then she goes dark and then it's just like like that. Ooh boy.
Yeah. Are you on your way?
I have to go outside, take a deep breath, a couple of them. Maybe go for a quick walk.
It's
just
not that
hands on your knees, bent over, just
anxiety building higher and higher and higher. And just have to do whatever possible to not lose my goddamn shit.
And she just comes back with, I was eating my wings.
Yeah. Or something so just like you couldn't
innocuous.
Just like you couldn't just 2 seconds.
No,
like
I was gonna
I don't know.
them.
I was so busy today. I remember texting, I think I texted Jordan and Roseanne at like 9, and then I was fucking just like gone for 3 hours later. And I was like, I had so much work. I didn't talk to you for like 3 hours because I was just
and also Steph had to get training to not discriminate against black people's hair. So
wasn't the case. I was pointing out that in the training videos, or when you have to do those training videos where it goes over sexual harassment and like workplace stuff,
sexual harassment and how to do it.
No. Oh, but there was some examples in there that I was telling Jordan on the way, like when I got off work, like it was one of those sexual harassment, like it'll show like a little scenario and then it'll say like, was this sexual harassment? Yes or no? And it was just like this lady wants to go out, or the boss invites a girl from work, a coworker, to their happy hour. And then it was just like, hey, you're gonna go? And it's like, no, I don't really want to, or maybe next time. I'm not up to it right now. And then like later on, he sends her a picture of them at happy hour. Then it goes, is this what is this something of like it was just like, is this sexual harassment? And I was like, no, because I mean, like, nothing really happened. He's sending her a picture that they're at happy hour, but there's nothing wrong with that, right? Then the second one, it was just like, he tries to make a pass at her as a date. Is this sexual harassment? It's actually not yet. I mean, it's his first time asking. She declined. It was whatever. Then the third time, messages her and then sends a body
Dick
shot
pic.
in just shorts, just like straight up. Like, I was like, yeah, no, sexual harassment. Good.
Now
Really
we're
silly
all
videos,
better informed.
right?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Steph.
Yeah. Girls don't want pictures they didn't ask for. Unless
That's
they
right.
asked for them.
That's true.
Then send away.
I like that where Steph is sitting right now. It looks like the sun is just framing her head just enough to be a halo.
like Jesus.
Oh.
And it's so irritating.
Steph is the answer. Steph is the cutest animal to have wings.
Oh, thanks.
Can you imagine her with just giant leathery bat wings?
Oh, I would.
Oh, she'd
come in
have
so
fairy wings.
obnoxiously.
She'd have like butterfly wings or some nonsense.
She would, even if she's had them all her life, she's still knocking shit over. Just
Oh yeah.
No, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steph's not coordinated enough for that.
I get randomly injured daily.
Yeah, we've
like
noticed.
Today I walked to my computer chair to get my towel, and then I walked this way. I hit the back of my heel on the wheel of my chair, and I just went, oh! And I was
Did you
in
kick
pain.
backwards?
And I was like, no, I don't even know how I physically did it. How did I hit my heel? I just know I was in pain.
There has never been not every single conversation I've ever had with Steph on the phone.
Oh.
At some point, she will
I say,
go,
ow.
ow.
Mhm.
I'm like-
It's become like
and I always
my
go,
Tourette's.
ow?
Like
She's
I
like,
just
oh
I've
yeah,
just been
I didn't
saying
say anything. I'm
randomly.
like, you said ow just now.
And then I completely deny it sometimes because I have no recollection of saying ow. It just comes out. I didn't say it yet.
No, you said ow multiple times at this point.
I don't believe you.
What?
I didn't remember saying it, therefore
Roll
I
the
didn't.
game tape back.
Anyways,
that's a good spot to wrap up.
let's
If you
get out
have
of here.
enjoyed this ridiculous conversation, then please be following us on our social medias. We are at Facebook, Twitter, and the Instagram. You can find us by looking for League of Ridiculous Conversations or at LORC Podcast. Leland, where do they find the podcast?
Oh, on your phone.
Not always. There are other places you can get podcasts. You can listen to other devices, other services. What are some?
Apple Podcasts and Twitch, Stitcher, Discord, Spotify stuff.
3 out of 5, I guess, is acceptable. If you want to be... I threw myself off throwing it to Leland.
Yep, shouldn't do that. Just do it normal. It should all go better that way.
You're right, Leland. You're right. If you would like to email us, Leland, what's the email address?
Suckmydick@gmail.com.
Already taken. I tried.
We're at the LORC podcast at gmail.com. And you can find us on all the social media platforms that you can possibly think of.
Not true.
Well, the ones that matter. I mean, like,
I also already did that.
oh,
I'm testing your listening skills here, champ.
That's on you.
We are live here on Twitch today, Tuesday. We do the podcast. Thursday, we do Co-op Thursday, where Jordan and Steph play a game together in goals of achieving whatever the game is and having a good time while they do it. Sunday, Leland, what happens on Sunday?
Oh, we get together and we hang out and we play games.
We play fun stuff.
On Twitch. Like Red Dead and Evil Dead and Space Murder and Gangbang Beast and other stuff like that.
I don't know if that's a real game.
Can he say that?
You gonna stop me?
At what time?
I mean, the judges accepted it, so.
Yeah, no, like I just got cleared from legal.
7 o'clock. Stop fucking asking me. I don't want to do this game.
But it's my favorite. All right.
You made me feel guilty, so now I gotta fucking do it.
If you want to find any of us on our own time on the internet, you can do so. Leland, where do they find you on the internet?
Just don't. I'm on the internet. You can Leland Pierce Art and Pineapple Pierce. Yep, that's me. Instagram.
Nice. Jordan.
My bad, Jordan.
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear and on twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear. I started playing Dante's Inferno this past Friday. That game is a lot of fun. I can't believe I've never played it before.
Never?
The old one?
The old one, yes.
Oh, so fun.
It is so fun. It's straight up just God of War.
Have you made it to the sex level yet?
Yes, that's the second level.
Oh, this is good. The nipples? Yeah.
No, that's disgusting. It's disgusting with the nipples. Yeah, she grabbed babies with sides for arms out of her nipples.
Yeah. That was a great fucking game.
Learning things about Leland.
Yeah, so that's fun. It is just OG God of War, but with the Divine Comedy skin on it.
Yeah. With a religious connotation.
It's fun. I like it a lot. Holy Power, extremely, extremely broken.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so if you're into that, come hang out or don't. It's fine. Steph, where can people find you on the internet?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Stephanoids. That's STPHUHNOIDS. Post shit.
Sure do.
That's all.
Anthony, where can they find you?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was supposed to say.
I got you, girl.
Okay.
And you can find me on the internet existing peacefully and recently sharing a lot of hot topic political posts because shit is fucked up in the South. But find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter.
Okay, I was like,
what the fuck happened?
Any of your stuff?
Oof. Tennessee.
No, with you.
Up.
Why you ain't being funny?
What? I had you rolling.
You're the only 10 I see.
So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Did you forget about the part where you say your name?
She does every week.
I just don't. I try to come up with something, and then I realize I got nothing. So then I just say my name.
There's a long pause.
Well, because I don't know what else to say.
Well, while everyone else is talking, you got to come up with something like I used to.
I'm not good at that. Oh, I need to stop my thing.
Write notes? Oh, yeah, I do too.
Like I said, I've had a joke that's been in my head, and I'm waiting for the right moment to say it. But every moment I want to say it, I'm like, I don't know how that will go.
So are you just trying to wait for like an organic time for the setup to actually insert the joke?
I guess. Yes.
I am so curious to know what this joke is.
It's such a stupid joke.
Oh, now we got.
It's not even my own joke. My coworker told me it, and I was like, haha, that's funny. And it didn't hit me yet as to why that made sense until I tried to use the joke myself. And I was like, I get what she meant now.
Okay, well, how can we set it up for you then?
What do we have to be talking about?
Yeah.
Someone has to be extremely upset and whining about it.
God, I am extremely upset.
Oh.
Okay, so we're just going to wait for someone to be genuinely whining.
I've been wanting to slip it in, but then it was just like,
giggity.
Maybe it's gonna add too much. Watch, it's not even gonna play out the way that I want it to when I actually say it.
Well, now that you're building up so hard,
there have been times, like even on our streams, even on like Sundays, where someone will say something in such a way that I just want to bomb saying that, but then it just sounds like that would be mean. Yeah.
How long have you been sitting on this punchline?
I told you 3 weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part.
Yeah. 3 weeks I've been holding on to it, and I've been wanting to sit.
Steph,
2 weeks.
At what point during like the community day streams does it feel like you can't be mean to someone else?
I know, but I just didn't want to like.
Our meanest day.
Have you heard the last month?
I just didn't. No, that's the thing, because I just didn't want to egg on over what someone else said to someone and then just drop that even harder. It's like kicking someone when they're
you
down.
didn't want to. You didn't want to cause me more therapy. Thank you.
She's saying that this joke is so emotionally devastating.
It's not even that big. It just sounds really
that it would push someone over the edge.
Into
now the
existential
buildup
crisis
is there.
mode.
It's not even that exciting. I've just been holding on to it for a while.
It's not healthy to hold on to it, Steph.
I've been wanting to let it out. I just don't know when. I just need to find the right moment. Like, I would have dropped it on you a couple times, but I wasn't quick enough. Someone else said something, and I was like, this is too late. My moment passed.
I mean, we all still do that thing where someone says a joke, and then someone else says another joke over that joke, and never lasts at the second one.
Also too.
That is our style.
Yeah. I think that's
everyone. Whoever yells the joke the loudest is the funniest.
Yeah, no, it was.
It's funny after 3 years, like the slight delay, the fact that we're not in the same room, still kind of affects our timing.
It does.
Yeah.
Like we didn't talk over each other as much when we were in the same room.
Well, because then we could actually
as much.
We could actually see each other when we're about to start speaking. So okay, I'll just wait. You know, like
yeah.
Yeah.
We could grab each other like, wait, no, I got this.
High five. Wi-Fi, anyone?
Wi-Fi?
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Now that you gave it a dumb name, I don't want to.
It's not the first time that's ever been said.
First time I've ever heard it.
Oh, really? Wi-Fi.
Don't keep.
Wish I was smart. Wish I could do this. Good job, Steph. High five.
Hey, who just gave Steph a high five?
You have more friends?
I did.
Steph, who's hanging out in your room? Is it a boy?
Clearly, this one over here.
Careful that they don't choke you and pull you off frame.
Why is that other hand so stiff?
Oh no, Steph! Everybody, somebody's taking Steph away.
That was actually pretty good.
That was pretty
Girl
decent.
fun.
Yeah.
It's so good that my
Becca,
frame
I'm gonna
is so
need you to
small
take another 5 minutes.
that I could literally.
You can't do both arms, Steph.
You can't do both, Steph. You don't have the arms for it.
Yeah, you have very, very short arms.
My short ass.
Little T-Rex arms.
Little fingers.
Oh shit.
So sometimes
Good times, everybody.
sometimes I like to try to poke Steph's nose, and she has like the reaction time of a 4-year-old, and it's great. She's like,
you know, you say this, which is true. My reflexes are slow as shit when it comes to that. But sometimes I have these ninja skills that surprise me. Like sometimes like something will fall and I'll grab it and I'll be like, man, I got some smooth moves. And then I continue walking in whatever direction I was going.
You know what's something I noticed that I do that I probably shouldn't keep doing, but I just keep doing it anyway?
Have smooth moves?
Smooth moves. See this?
Whenever I decide to like drink water,
do it backward.
Whenever I try to get water, I grab my water bottle by the handle and I toss it up and then I catch it for no reason.
Like this.
Yeah, I toss it up and then catch. And I don't know why I do that. And it's very dangerous that I do that.
I will twirl my keys like a goddamn gunslinger, like every time. I will like RoboCop front flip, back flip, spin around, drop it in my back pocket. Like I twirl my keys a lot.
I also toss my phone around, like from hand to hand.
Oh yeah, like this.
Not looking. Like I would get up, like I dropped my phone.
Oh, see, you dropped it.
But like normally, like I'd be walking, I just toss it from like hand to hand. Just for some reason, I do that, and I don't know why.
Because it makes you cool.
But no one's watching me. I'm doing this on my own, just here walking around by myself.
The home audience is watching.
Right? Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes.
I like Leland's concerned face. He just wants to stick by and show off the guns.
Or if you can find them, knock it out. No, I'll be honest.
Oh.
Daddy's sleepy time juice is kicking in.
Oh,
the night juice.
The night juice.
No juice stuff.
Yeah, we watched. Scott had never watched History of the World Part 1.
Really?
So we watched that last.
Seen it.
We watched that last night too.
Well, that doesn't surprise anyone.
Yeah, stuff. You had to borrow Anthony's Blazing Saddles, like.
That's why. Yeah.
So we watched Part 1, and then we watched the first episode of Part 2 last night.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm gonna call it. You don't like Part 2 that much.
I'm still thinking on it.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good idea to watch the two back to back.
Yeah, no.
Well, because I found neither to be funny.
What?
Like I've seen Part 1 several times, and I was watching it last night. I was just like, yeah, there's a lot of there's good jokes in here, but a lot of this just keeps going, and it's not funny, and it just keeps going. And also, really, really filthier than I had remembered it being. Like filthy.
Like the whole thing with the eunuch.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like that was funny, but like a lot of the F word being said a lot was really kind of threw me off there a little bit. I was like, oh, all right. I mean,
is Leland getting put off by the F word?
Fuck word, the other F word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That was said a lot, like a lot.
Oh yeah, 80s.
But it wasn't as funny.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't as funny in the sense like when they drop it in like Blazing Saddles. I think it's hilarious. But like in this one, I was like, oh, the connotation is different here. I don't know. Yeah. No, that was like, I think my biggest problem is I'm like, the joke kept going and going and going.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, yeah, we get it. You're raping her again. Check. Cool.
Are we talking about Young Frankenstein now?
He didn't rape her in Young Frankenstein. She said, no, yes, yeah. She started singing, so I think she was fine.
Except for those first couple no's. Once you push past that,
right? Just it's James Bond mentality.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's comedy. It's from 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's completely different.
Yeah.
And comedy is the first thing that ages badly.
And I will say the new one, comedy ages badly. Like because they aren't taking the chances, it's not as funny. Like
I don't necessarily agree with that mentality, but
we're just saying but this is it, get better jokes. Like we said that a lot of the drunk history people are involved. That's funnier.
Oh, drunk history is?
Yeah, I was just like, they did it better over there. All right. There was some good stuff though. I did find it. I'm gonna still watch it. And I maybe that first episode was just like, get you into it. But I did laugh, but
it could also be the thing where writing satire now is
so hard.
So hard because everyone is cynical.
Yes. And everybody's on the touchy finger. Oh, can't say that. Don't do that. Can't make that joke. And it's kind of like, okay, well, that's kind of the point of this is that we're supposed to laugh at how the hypocrisy of this, but yeah.
But in order to do that, the jokes have to be strong enough to do it.
Yes, and then I go back to the Mel Brooks that documentary I've talked about before, where the documentary was there humor in the concentration camps. Like, it's a whole documentary about, like, can the Holocaust be funny? And Mel Brooks is standing. His exact quote is, he goes, "Look, you can make all the Holocaust jokes you want, but if it isn't funny, then you just the asshole making a joke about the Holocaust. But if you have one good Holocaust joke and it makes everyone laugh, then that's okay." And he was like, he said, you can make this same joke about, like, slavery, any apartheid, anything. As long as the joke is funny,
but you're threading a needle.
Threading a needle. He's exactly what he says. Just like, you just got to make sure you. And I think sometimes, depending on who's making the joke or the writers, that maybe the needle isn't there. They're just kind of like, well, we're going to lick this and hope that it stays.
And they just
together.
Missed.
Yeah, you're like, well, that wasn't very entirely.
Swing and a miss.
I'm a big Mel Brooks fan. I haven't watched History of the World.
You know, I love Mel Brooks.
Yeah, no, I know you do. But, like, I do have a lower bar. Like, he hasn't made anything in a while. He's bringing in a lot of people. I think, really, Mel Brooks, who I think was a fantastic comedic writer, had some of the best comedians in his peer group at that time. Yeah. Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, like, these guys were all amazing.
Yeah.
So when he comes back and now he's using all these other guys, because a lot of his friends are dead, I lower the bar because I don't think that's going to work out as well. I don't think anything he can do now is going to live up to anything he's done before.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm in for a good time, but, like, I am, like, silent comedy level of, like, expectation.
I will say, like, and there's going to be, like, cameos and guest stars across the board. And the first one was chock full of them. Like, we had to look up some of them. I was just like, I know that guy from somewhere, it was that kind of situation. You know, like, they were wearing prosthetics or whatever. It's Civil War jokes. You're just like, oh, okay. But, like, Josh Gad rolls in, and it's just kind of like gross.
Ooh, is an instant turn off for you.
Yeah. And but I will admit, though, he delivered one of the funniest lines I've ever heard that man say. And I was like, all right, because I think you're a total prick. And that line was just you being you. But it was said funny, and I laughed out loud. So,
threaded the needle.
Just what you think. Like, because I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
It was a rough first episode, but I'm thinking it'll get better, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But but I was really disappointed in myself watching part 1 last night. I was just like, I didn't remember this fucking thing was so long.
It's
like, the joke just keeps going, and you're like, this isn't funny.
It is, like, 4th or 5th of his best movies.
Yeah. I have 20 commandments. I have 10 commandments.
That's the funniest bit. I did laugh hysterically.
Yeah. Like, those little skits are really good, and then once you kind of get into the meat of it, then it slows down. I do to this day still want to make a stand-up philosopher bard. But, like, I have to know a lot about the DM's backstory of the wherever we are to be able to, like, make references and shit like that.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorist bard is another one that I kind of want to do, but
whenever I do that Greek one, there you go.
There we go. But yeah, it's I mean, you Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs, the producers, like, they're all better than History of the World.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, nothing against it. Still had a good time laughing at certain parts.
Yeah.
But it was just halfway through, it was just like, ooh, this is just. But it makes you wonder, like, was this hysterically funny in 1981? Like, Probably. Am I looking at it at I've seen the shit that was inspired by this, tweaked and done better.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say yes, because, like, no one talks about high anxiety. No one talks about silent comedy. Like the
silent movie, which is awful.
Yeah, like there's a lot of other movies that he did that don't get referenced except for like the top 3, maybe 5.
I really like that one. I can't remember the name of it right now, where it's him and his wife in Germany, and they're the theater troupe, and they're being forced to do a play for the Nazis, and they have to like sneak out during the performance.
Is it Hail Hitler?
No. I can't remember. Let me look it up because I was trying to think of it last night too. But yeah, like but like, and I've said this in the past, this is no secret, like Blazing Saddles to me still holds up, but I think that got the pass because Richard Pryor was in the writing room and he was like, no, that's funny. You can say that.
I think it helped refine the jokes.
Yeah, it definitely helped refine the
but like
jokes.
Getting a pass is a person by person decision.
Sure. But back in the 70s, they didn't care about person by person. You know.
Many persons' voices were not as loud.
No. Yeah.
Like I reckon I love Young Frankenstein, even though like I referenced, there's kind of a rapey scene. I love Blazing Saddles, even though there's a lot of contextual racism. I know those things are problematic, and I just kind of tuck it to the side a little bit. I know the intent isn't there. It was it doesn't work anymore. I don't necessarily hold it against it. And I still enjoy those movies, but I don't discount like the fact that these things don't fly anymore.
Steph.
Hi. Hey, Steph. How are you?
You've been tuned out of this conversation for a while. How, what are you doing? What you looking at?
Huh?
So what are you doing? What are you looking at?
Oh, I was scrolling on Instagram, and then I was looking on Amazon while you guys were talking. I did look up
To Be or Not
History
to
of
Be.
the World
That's
Part 1. Again, I don't know what that is, so I was like looking, and then I looked up 2, and yeah, they're names that I've seen of people, but can't recall where they're from. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just think that satire is really, really hard now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I miss when it wasn't so hard.
It's a specific format too. Satire is really for like these daily shows and Colbert Reporters and like that. That is like largely what satire is now.
Yeah, and really the one show that can still consistently do satire, South Park.
Yeah. Do you think they get away with it because they're animated?
Yes.
Yes.
And because they've been doing it for so long at this point.
Yeah. I also miss a good parody movie that wasn't
not
like,
another whatever.
Yeah, like I think the last good one was probably Black Dynamite.
That was really, really good.
I mean, I know there's one that came out recently within the last couple of years, and I really was just like, nah, that was a good one, but I can't remember what it is right now. But I miss those. Yeah, I miss those like parody, like Airplanes or
Scary Movie.
I mean, I'll give you the first
Scary Movies.
Yeah, that's why I just said Scary Movie.
Scary Movie.
I don't know. It's just weird. That's what I was thinking about the whole time we were watching the movie last night. I was just like, oh man, I miss this. But do I miss this? I don't know. Like I was like,
because
conflicted.
A lot of times now when people try to do satire, it is always low hanging fruit, no matter what. It's always the obvious joke, and then that just gets boring after a while.
And sometimes it's so often like set up joke, as I feel Mel Brooks in like his prime wasn't just set up joke. He set the whole concept up. He did the legwork to set the scene and then made the joke instead of just rapid fire putting out like pot shots at things.
I mean, the funniest Frau Brooker is the one that's 40 minutes from the joke initiates. And that they don't even reference that character for like almost 30 fucking minutes. And he goes, oh, Frau Brooker. And in the background, you hear this. And you're like, that's right. That was a joke from 40 fucking minutes ago. That is still fucking funny.
I do love Marty Feldman, though, like right at the beginning when he just jumps back out the door one more time. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think it's a good time. We're hitting about 2 hours. We're talking nonstop about something that's brand new and something that's really old, and Steph just is not keeping up with us on either level.
I'll watch it eventually. I'll have opinions.
She's thinking about chicken wings.
She's thinking about the wings that she had for dinner.
Do you have any left, Steph?
Yeah.
No. if
Wings that you guys don't care for because it's Wingstop.
If we're being totally honest, all Steph is thinking about right now is getting on Red Dead and collecting things.
No, you're not wrong. When we were talking about it earlier, I was like, how fun would it be to just do one little,
just get one set of cards.
Just one little mission.
Starts. You do one, and you're like, I can grab that thing. It's right over there.
It's not that far.
No, you know what happened? After
4 a.m. comes, you're like, damn, I grabbed the whole East Coast.
I was with Steph in Rhodes, and then somehow we ended up in Tumbleweed.
Yep.
No, because there was one more fucking card there. And then who turned in 3 complete sets of cards? I did.
Does Steph have like the second most money? Like,
no, well, she has like 3,000. She's probably third. She's probably a distant third.
I still got 40 gold that I haven't touched.
Steph has 75 gold. Like,
oh, that's true.
I mean, Scott and me are both in the 100,000s of just the dollars.
Well, Jordan was actually broke in game. That's why we have to try to get him money.
Look, guys, I did a lot to prepare like these little tasks in the game.
And I appreciate, and I look forward to doing more on Sunday.
Yeah, he started talking about the waypoint.
I would like to do the pelt one again with a horse this time.
Yeah,
so you know that would be fun. Stupid.
Yeah, because we started. There was a time we talked about it on the stream yesterday. I was like, there was a time where I bought too much cheese, so I just started eating cheese. Yeah, I bought so much cheese.
It broke
and
your bank.
had no fucking money in that game. I couldn't use the fast travel.
So
now
funny.
I see shit and I'm like, what? It's $9 to go to Rhodes? Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm back in $1,000, but like for a little it got a little dicey there. For a little, I was down to like 183.
I wish they made a thing that I can give stuff to you guys.
Give you money and stuff.
Like I have so much gold.
Cool.
I just feel like, here, take 100.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
God.
Yeah. Jeez, that's a lot.
I have so much gold, and none of it's gonna go to anything.
Yeah.
That's why
they're not updating the game anymore. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
yesterday
I went
head,
to
all them fucking gator hats, man.
I went to the fence and I was just like, I'm gonna just start buying pamphlets. And then Jordan realized he bought the pamphlets. He just never.
Oh, you never opened them?
I never opened them. Because why would I think you'd have to do that?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, I'm like, oh, I have to learn this? Yeah. Why?
And then
I bought you.
Then I realized, so now I could actually make dynamite arrows and fire arrows and things. Like I could have done this a long time ago.
Dynamite arrows and all our dynamite
Anthony, we just gave the bear machine guns attached to his claws. I'm like, great.
The bear now has wings and Gatling gun arms.
Yeah. Great. All right, that's us for this. I'm Leland.
Thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
I was gonna say I'm Anthony, Jordan, Steph, Leland. Good night.
You don't control the off switch. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us. We go a little extra after the podcast for LoRC Nights. And decompress after a good time with everyone. That's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
We will be back Thursday. Jordan and Steph are playing a game. What it is,
we don't
tune
know.
in and find out.
Yep.
Maybe it's Gotham Knights.
It's probably Gotham Knights.
We don't know.
Maybe it's Darksiders Genesis again.
Maybe it's Darksiders. It's whatever we feel like, and what we feel like
whatever the mood is.
Yeah.
Whatever the mood strikes.
And then back again on Sunday for Community Day. So if you want to be a part of the large multiplayer games we are playing on Sundays, be sure you are on the Discord, not only for that, but for the general good times and good people that are in the community.
Yep.
Cool. Yes.
So until Thursday, thank you so much, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.